Now, whether you've decided to go into corrections or policing, there are some similarities between the fields. When you work in a jail, after a while, you start to feel like an inmate. You start to feel trapped. You start to feel like you were in that jail with these inmates. Now, I worked 3 years in our county jail. And after that 3 years, I was really ready to get out of that jail. It really wasn't for me in the long run. You start to feel trapped. You start to feel almost a little bit institutionalized with the inmates. It's okay for some people. Some people don't start to feel that way, but I did. Universally, it seems like with everybody who starts to work in the jail, you gain a little weight. I don't know if it's because you have access to food more often because of the kitchen. I don't know if it's because of the stress. I'm betting on the stress. It seems like everybody gains a little weight. You start to feel like everybody's trying to take advantage of you because in your job they are. And it transfers over into your personal life, into your life with your family and your friends. You start looking for ways that they may be trying to manipulate and take advantage of you, and plays tricks in your head, and you have to take a while to get right with it. So I got on the road as a deputy. As a deputy sheriff, I learned some more things changed in my life. Some things I really didn't expect. Some friends that I had, people that I really believed were close friends, didn't come by anymore. Now, some of them, I believe it was out of respect for my job, and they knew that they were probably doing some things that would be uncomfortable for both of us. Some of them, I believe, just don't like cops. This becomes your life. Whether you like it or not, whether you think it will or not, it does. That badge, that becomes everything you are and everything you do. When you're in public, when you're off duty or you're on duty, especially in a smaller area like I live in, people know who you are, and they're going to expect you to act. If someone's robbing a store, if someone is hitting somebody else, if you've got any kind of violent situation, they expect you to do something. Even if you've got your kids with you, it doesn't matter. You're the guy who wouldn't do anything, and your entire department are jerks if you just take your kids and go on and do what you're doing, or maybe call somebody to come and get your kids out of there. Your entire life has changed. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you're going to be subject to be called. You're going to be subject to be called up and come out and work. You're going to be looked at in a different way on social media. You're going to be looked at a different way, and everything in your life, everything that you do and everything that you say is going to be looked at a different way. You're going to be looked at it as a police officer and not just who you were before. We had a guy who worked for us, and his sticker on his cruiser was dead. It's not his responsibility. It's the county's responsibility to keep that cruiser in good condition and keep it legal. It's not possible for him to have done that. It's something they have to do, and they didn't do it. But he ended up in a newspaper article basically saying that he was flaunting the law and that he felt like he was above the law, that he's driving around with a dead sticker on his car. But there are some perks. There are a few restaurants that feed us for free. That's good. You enjoy a standing in the community that people respect. Some people respect, and some people will hate you for it. But some people respect it. Get little kids really respect you, and they want to write some things and thank you for what you're doing. So there's some good things that go with it. Now, that respect comes with responsibility, and the responsibility to always do the right thing and to earn that respect and to maintain that respect. Now, you're going to get lumped in with everybody who ever does anything wrong as a police officer. If you hear a cashier at Walmart stole $10 out of the register, you don't think that all cashiers at Walmart are bad. But if you hear a police officer has done something wrong in his job, then people think, oh, that's police officers are bad. They're all lumped in together. Another example is if something happens that a police action is required, a car wreck, anything like that. People ask you, hey, what happened with that? Why were so many police cars going to this house on Saturday? And you're probably not going to know. Chances of it's you are slim. But they just expect that you're all the same person, that every police officer is one person. Maybe in a department that has take-home vehicles. Take-home vehicles are great. and they're not great. Let me explain. They're great because, hey, you've got a vehicle that you can drive to and from work. You don't have to use your own personal vehicle. They're not so great because they come with the responsibility that anytime that something needs done in that vehicle and you drive it, you're expected to do something. You have to work. If there's something that happens in your neighborhood, the reason you have that take-home vehicle is because if you're closer, you'll be called out to work, and you may be with your family, you may be eating dinner, you may be doing anything, and the phone rings and you have to go, because that's one of the responsibilities of having that take-home vehicle. There's a few tax ramifications for it too. Your accountant will work that out for you. It's definitely worth it on the money side of it to have the free ride to work, but it also changes from the time that you leave your house. You're working. Now, they say, we want you here at 9 a.m. Your shift starts at 9 a.m., so you have to leave at 8:30 to get there. You're not going to get paid from 8:30 to 9 to be there. But if something happens, you're going to have to act, and you have to do it just the same. So, give and take. The public gets more presence of a police car in their neighborhood. It acts as a deterrent. They also get some free policing, basically back and forth to your job. And you get a car. Now, this is not a 100% everything that has to do with getting hired as a police officer or as a deputy sheriff. It's not that. This is just some skimming over some facts, and if you subscribe, I'm going to do a bunch of videos that maybe go into some more details, tell some stories that from my career as a police officer and things that I've done, and maybe give you some of the knowledge, spit some of the knowledge on you that I know. All right, listen, thanks for watching.